Hi everyone, this is Laura, and as promised, I have that layout share from the paper collection stack monkey business that I am trying to kill. So I very much wanted to work on something, like I said, that I've, for whatever reason, left and put to the side and have been neglecting. I also wanted to work on something that wasn't too girly. I wanted to do something that was maybe more boy friendly because I have been working on a lot of girl stuff. And to be quite honest, guys, I'm all girled out right now. I'm feeling like I need a little boy in my life right now. And um, I've had my little grandson over here quite a bit. So I decided to start making lots of layouts in preparation for those pictures of his that I'm going to be printing soon, as soon as I get my printer up and running. So let's get on to the share part. And I don't know if you guys have seen the previous video to this one, but I decided that I am going to try to finish. I'm going to dedicate the rest of my summer to finishing projects that I have not finished. I do have I want to say maybe about 3 or 4 other new projects that I'm in the middle of, but I am going to give myself to the end of the summer to and that's what I'm gonna do from now on. I'm gonna give myself certain little goals, little personal goals. I can still work on the other stuff, but I need to concentrate also on these little personal goals that I give myself to get my stuff done. I don't do project life because of that, because I can't be committed to something like that. But I'm gonna admit it, I do love having my hands in everything. I love having my hands in mixed media. I love having my hands in mini albums. I like doing tags now. I like doing altered projects. I like doing layouts. I like doing pins. I like doing charms. But unfortunately, there just aren't enough hours in the day to do everything. So if you watch my other crazy video, you'll understand where what I'm saying and where I'm coming from. So I am committed to getting this collection done with, and hence my layouts. And I'm so happy that they're boy layouts. I'm just really excited to to share some boy stuff. I just saw Ronnie Sue's layout process video. Oh my God, she makes the most amazing layouts, and they're not very girly, which is why I love watching her videos because I love girly stuff, but I love my boys also. I have 2 boys and I have 2 girls, so I'm right in the middle, guys. I do like to get ideas for both. Anyway, enough ramblings. My layout. I started off with 2 pieces of brown American Crafts uh, cardstock papers for both layouts, as you can see here. And let me zoom out a little bit so you guys can get a better look. And please forgive my desk. It is a total horrible mess. For both layouts, I took an inch off one side and then an inch off another side so you can see the brown mat once I place the designer paper. I have distressed both layouts in vintage photo, and I have used the Mode Lawn Distress ink for all my stamping on my layout. And I thought I had it here in front of me to show you. Yes, I do. I used this color, and this is the Mode Lawn, and I have lots of glue on my little stamp. So I started out, like I said, cutting an inch off both just so I can create this border here with my cardstock. I have 2 4x6 photo mats, which I cut out of cardstock. I mean, I'm sorry, not cardstock. Well, yeah, it is cardstock, but it's craft paper. And then to that, I added some yellow cardstock, which you can see there. just to bring out that craft cardstock a bit. Here I cut out a very large banner, and I kind of like the fact that the little monkey looked like he was hanging. Well, he was hanging there, but I tried to put the banner so that it looks like he was hanging from the banner. I thought that was really cute. And I don't know if you guys can see those little dots and the stitching on the banner as well as on the layout. These are all rub-ons that I've had in my stash forever, that I bought on the Home Shopping Network about 5 years ago, that I have not used. And it just gives you lots of wonderful stitching, which the camera probably won't pick up. But there's stitching going on here, 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 and here. And it's just some fake stitching. This chipboard piece here, that it came like this, very glittery. And these leaves here, as well as this tag, this all came from a 3 birds chipboard collection that I also bought from the Home Shopping Network. I want to say maybe 7 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah, guys, and now it's when I'm using it. The leaf stickers came from the paper collection. That was part of the sticker embellishments from Monkey Business by Reminiscence. These brown flowers are actually brads that I cut the prongs to and just hot glued them down, because I did want to put a little embellishment, but I didn't want it to be too girly, so I chose the dark brown, and that way they could look like, I wanted this to look like it was a vine and it had leaves and flowers growing out of it. To the tag, I added this piece of scrap ribbon, this piece of organza checkered. I thought it was really, really pretty. So I added that to this little tag. And on the tag it says, "A Day in the Life." And then over here I used some of my stamps. And these were all the Teresa Collins vintage collection. I forgot the name of the stamp. But if you want to know the name of that, just message me, please. I'll be more than happy to get that information for you. I should have had it here. I'm sorry, guys. I'm half asleep. I didn't think to bring it out. But again, I just stamped that out using the Mode Lawn Distress inks. And I stamped that out on yellow cardstock here, brown cardstock here. Excuse the phone, guys. My daughter's going to get that. So sorry. And then I have over here like the little monkey looks like he's hanging off the photo. And another little brown bread here. This here is also part of the sticker collection, and I just used my circle punch and I backed the little sticker on some cardstock for stability. I did smash these brads down, and these green little dots here, they're all brads. I removed the little feet, smashed them down, and glued them to the corners. And I used my ticket punch here to give off these little rounded edges. And then I wrapped some twine so that the photo can still be placed behind the twine here, like this. Again, some more of that faux rub-on stitching here, as well as here and here. And then for the top, I did the same thing. Just another little sticker that came with the paper collection. I backed that up on some yellow cardstock and again put it on my put it on the twine, and you can place the photo underneath. For the second page, again, another, well, let me start with the top. Sorry, guys. I have 2 photo mats here. This is a teeny tiny one. I believe this one was 4 by 3 or 4 by 3.5. And this one is 4 by 6. Again, some more of that faux stitching with the rub-ons, and it looks like I stitched across the paper. I have 2 more stamps, and it says "What I Love About This Kid." And again, this is from the same stamp set, I believe. If it wasn't this one, this was the little yellow bicycle stamp set. And If you would like to see those stamps, just let me know. I'll be happy to send you that information. I happen to love them. Um, I decided to also stamp that out using Mode Lawn Distress inks. I created two little banners, distressed them also with Vintage Photo, and just put that there. I have some more of those chipboard green embellishments by Three Bird. This was actually part of the vine from the other page. I just used the leftover piece of scrap to cover up the end of the banner and make it look like an embellishment on the banner. I have a button here and a big round arrow, um, a curvy arrow, which I love. And I didn't distress it or do anything to it because it was just too pretty. So I have the little monkey looking like he's hanging here. And this is all part of the designer paper. That's just the background. That's not a sticker or anything. Just has all these little crazy little monkeys. And I try to place the photo mats and all the embellishments around the monkeys rather than cover them up, because they just look like they were all hanging around. They look like they're going bananas, just like my title says, just going bananas. These are sticker alphas that came from the collection as well, and I just traced them with my black Sharpie just to make them, I'm sorry, my brown Sharpie, just to make them pop out. Again, some more of that faux stitching from the rub-ons, and I put that on the designer paper, which I also backed on another piece of designer paper to create this banner. And I love this paper because I don't know if you can see that, guys, but it has lots of little bananas on there. So that is the title to, I almost forgot. Over here, I have stamped story, and that's just so that well, whoever is going to look at the page can know that there's a little story going on inside this little envelope. And I have one of those little turn knobby things, but you can't turn this one because I hot glued it down. And I put a little brad in the center there and a little sticker here. And this is actually one of the little envelopes that I made on my Cricut. I used it as a template. And then now what I do is I just I cut it out. And what I mean by that was, let me show you guys. And you know what? I don't know how many of you guys use your Cricuts for your layouts, but what I like to do from time to time is I will cut something out of my Cricut, and if it's a simple enough pattern, I will leave it and then just reuse it so that I don't use up the stickiness of my pads, my Cricut pads, because they are really expensive, guys. And this is just a little tip I wanted to share with you guys. What I do is, let's say I was working on a layout and I happen to use this. It's a little envelope in one of my cartridges. I forgot which cartridge this is from, but I think it might be the Sweetheart cartridge. I'm not sure. Anyways, as you can see, that's where I made this little envelope from. I don't want to keep pulling out my Cricut every single time I want a little envelope like this. And these are great for minis. I'm going to give you another example here because I do have another one. And I always have them here in front of me. This is another little envelope and tag that I cut out on my Cricut on cardstock. And this is the little shape. Now, although it has a lot of little curves and bumps, this envelope is easy enough to duplicate. So what I will do is, rather than keep using my Cricut and keep using those sticky pads, which are very expensive, and then if you don't want to buy new mats, you still got to buy the glue and the glue gun so that you can take off the glue, put on the glue. It's a whole process. And I think a lot of us, a lot of times, don't use the Cricut because we just don't want to be bothered. It's like so much. I got to take it out. I got to put in the mat. I got to clean the mat. I got to make sure it sticks. I got to make sure the paper gets cut right the first time. And I'm only saying this for the simple patterns. What I do is I take the templates and I'll make one. And the one that I made, rather than use that, I'll just use this as a template and I'll trace it on my designer paper and I'll cut it out by hand. And then that way I find that to work a lot faster. It's a lot easier. I'm still getting great use of my Cricut, and I will do that with many different shapes. Um, I do use my Cricut. I use it all the time. I may not actually put my hands on it, but I will always be thinking of ways to cut things out and make multiple uses out of them so that I don't have to always take out my Cricut. The same thing with tags. If I cut a tag out on my Cricut, I'll just take the one and use it as a template. So that's just a little tip for you guys in case um, some of you are like me that don't want to keep pulling out the Cricut, and I'm just not trying to buy. I'm trying to conserve my resources as much as I can so that I don't have to keep spending money on the mats. Um, so that's where this came in, and that's where that's from. And as you can see, it is the same little envelope, and inside I have a little card here. It's a little book with a monkey, and this is for journaling, and that's going to be my little journal spot on the page, and that goes right in there, and then this just tucks in behind the arrow like so. So those are my layouts. Like I said, I am committed to killing this paper collection, this paper stack, before the end of the summer, as well as 2 other paper stacks. Those are my ramblings. That was my little Cricut tip for the day. And I hope to be sharing more layouts, tips, and projects with you very soon. Hope you're all having a blessed day, and thank you all for watching. Bye now.